Hi, and welcome to this tour of my home studio. My name is Janelle, and I am a cross-stitch designer as well as just a general crafter, and this is the space that I work in. So I've been working as a cross-stitch designer for several years now. I registered my business back in 2019, but I've been designing cross-stitch patterns in some capacity for, I want to say, upwards of 15 years. So I've been doing this a long time, but it's now become an actual job. For a long time, I was working on the business part-time and then working an additional desk job part-time. And I may go back to that eventually, but right now I am full-time focused on my business. So this is where I spend most days. So I'll start off by talking about my desk setup and then I'll walk you through the rest of the room. So for a long time I was working just with my laptop, and a few months ago I ended up getting an additional monitor and a wall mount just to have an extra screen that I could work from. And I specifically wanted a wall mounted monitor because I use my desk space so often, so I wanted to get as much off of the desk as I could. So this is a good option for me, and it swivels, so I have a little sofa next to me here, so I can also just use it as a TV. I'll put on Netflix or a YouTube video or something and just kind of swivel the screen out. And yeah, it works as a TV screen too. I do sometimes use it just to have, like, I've got a lo-fi playlist going on right now, so I usually have something on that screen and then I still am working on the small screen. But it does allow me to have two screens at the same time, so that's nice. And then I do also sometimes work on the big screen too, just to make it easier, especially working with cross-stitch patterns. I work with a lot of fine detail with those, so it's nice to have the big screen. And I am going to need to upgrade. My laptop has been giving me issues for a while now, so I'm wanting to get something with a little more space. I upgraded the RAM in this fairly recently, so it runs a little bit faster, but because I am making YouTube videos now, I need more storage space and I need it to be able to handle video editing software, and this thing struggles to do that sometimes. So yeah, eventually I will upgrade, and I'm looking at getting probably a gaming PC just because it's a little more powerful than a regular one. And then I also have just an additional external keyboard and mouse, just because it makes it a little bit easier to kind of move stuff around and I'm not having to have my laptop quite so close to me to access the keyboard on that. I also have a little hot plate here. I usually have a cup of tea going, so that keeps it warm for me because I'm kind of slow at sipping away at that. I've got a Google Home, which I don't use all that often. It's mostly just if I want to play music or something not on my computer, I'll just play it from that, from Spotify. And then in the back corner, I just got my Switch on a charger, a couple of candles just to keep things cozy, a little fake plant that my cat likes to chew on, a lamp just for some extra light. This corner is quite dark. This room in general is pretty dark, actually. It's got a north-facing window, so I don't get a lot of light in here, unfortunately. And then I've got this little fish guy, and he was actually a gift from my former supervisor. She made this on her Cricut and gave it to me as kind of a going away present. It's got a little, I don't know if you'll be able to actually see the light, but it's got a little fake candle inside. And it's got a little light that kind of shines through. And then I've got this little desk caddy that just keeps notebooks and my day planner, writing utensils, scissors, post-its, just various other bits and bobs. And then to the side of that, I've just got some supplies for shipping. I've got markers and stamps and my business cards for when I'm packaging up orders. And then next to that, I've just got a little catch-all dish, a little fox. And then at the edge of this little countertop, I've got my Cricut Joy. So then above my desk, I have just a few little knickknacks. I put up this shelf and I strung this crocheted wisteria that I made along it. I've got just a little pop-out card of a sakura tree with some cats. The cross stitch is a pattern that I designed. It's a quote from a Taylor Swift song. And I do actually have a free PDF of that available on my website, which is wistfulbird.com. If you want to make that yourself. And then just another fake plant. And then this is just a little miniature kit that I got when I was in Tokyo. And then next to that I have this wall art thing that my partner Nick got me for Christmas last year. We had gone to Winnipeg Comic Con last fall and we had seen a booth selling these and I thought they were really cool, so he got me one of those for Christmas. So below my desk I have one of these IKEA Kallax units, and this is where I keep all of my finished product. So I just have all of my kits in these bins, and then when I get an order I can just pull whatever ones the order is for and package them up. And I have just kind of little labels for each of the designs. And I just have this little cork board with just some mementos, some postcards from our trip to Japan. And I got this little deer in Nara, super cute. Then swinging over to the right, I have another Kallax unit here. This one's a 4x4 rather than the 4x2 that I have by my desk. So this one mostly stores my supplies. I have other crafty supplies and stuff in here too, but a lot of it is supplies for my business. So this shelf here is all of my embroidery floss. So I have a lot of it in these containers, which I think were originally designed to hold photographs, but it works perfectly for the skeins of floss. So have a lot of it in there, and then kind of overflow of just like the regular DMC boxes. I also have some various random things. This is a vintage typewriter that I think belonged to my partner's grandmother, I'm not sure. Sewing kit. I have started working on a miniature kit of a cat cafe, so I've got a few little pieces made for that. There's another miniature kit here that I finished last year. Some various other things, just decor, fake flowers, gotta make it look pretty. And then in the baskets, this is just some random sewing stuff. This one has felt and yarn and that kind of thing, and then the one on this side is my mailers. So I've got a couple different sizes, some small ones, and then I have some larger ones too. And then I've got the doors down below. This one's just paperwork. I just keep receipts and manuals for appliances and that kind of thing in there. This is more stuff for making kits. Just some extra floss cards, some like extra large hoops and stuff. This is also extra hoops. This is the packaging for my kits. I've got the needles, I've got a paper cutter, and then some Aida cloth that I've already cut down. This is just fabric for sewing. This one, I just have a basket in here with some random craft supplies. And then this, again, I've got extra hoops and some various other crafting things. And then this is where I store all of my finished cross-stitch projects. So then next to that storage unit, I have my printer, which I absolutely hate. If anybody has any suggestions for good printers, I would gladly take them. So this is an HP, I think OfficeJet 3830, something like that. It's horrible. It jams after like 2 pages and everything is always smeared, and yeah, I hate it. Do not recommend. Do not get this printer. So yeah, I really need to get a good printer because I print everything myself. I don't get anything sent out to be printed. So all of my business cards, all of the patterns that come with the kits get printed on this printer, and it sucks. So I try my best to get the best quality out of it that I can, but sometimes that is difficult. And then underneath that, I've got the set of drawers, and I'm not going to open it up because it's super messy, but basically it holds paper and business cards and supplies for my Cricut machine, and some various other bits and bobs. So next to my horrible printer and behind the door to this room is a closet, and it's just like a little half-size closet. The stairs to the basement are underneath it, so it's just kind of like halfway up. And I'm not going to open that and show you either because it's an absolute mess. It's kind of just shoved full of stuff. I did organize it. It's not as bad as it used to be, but I've got this rolled out mattress rolled up and shoved in there, so you can't really see anything in it anyways. But it's just kind of various old electronics, and I like keep my tripod and my studio lights in there as well, and just some stuff for my cat, like the cat carrier is in there and that kind of thing. And then behind the door is nothing too exciting, but I keep my ironing board there. So then this side of the room you've probably seen before if you've seen some of my videos. So I've got just this little kind of mini sofa, and it actually folds out to a bed, which is why I have the twin size mattress in the closet. I get insomnia a lot, so rather than toss and turn and keep my partner awake as well, I will sometimes just come in here and make myself a little bed and sleep in here so that I'm not bothering him. But it's also nice just to have kind of a comfy little space that I can chill out and, again, just like swivel my monitor and watch some YouTube videos or Netflix or something. So I've got a little table on the one side so I can set down my drink and my phone and whatever, and then my cat Stella has a little kind of scratching post thing here. She has also scratched the crap out of this sofa as well. Both sides of the front here are kind of destroyed. I put a quilt on the back so she didn't attack that as much, but she just moved to the front of it. And then up behind me here I have just like an IKEA pegboard thing. So again, this is just where I keep kind of extra supplies for my kits. So just some hoops, a couple pairs of scissors. I don't have a lot of this floss on cones anymore. I used to find this more frequently, but I just get it on Amazon and it's not always available in the colors that I want. So I've gone more to just getting the boxes of skeins. And then up above, I've just got a shelf with a couple of plants and some cute pop-out cards and that kind of thing. So that's pretty much it for the studio tour. Thanks for coming along. I hope you found this little peek into my workspace entertaining. And if you are interested in checking out my kits, I will put a link to my website below. But as always, thank you so much for watching, and I hope I will see you again soon. Bye!